What is up, everyone? This is my wonderful Q&A. I don't know if sitting closer to the camera makes everything better, or sitting far away. Oh, I hit the wall. Sitting farther away makes everything better. I'm not exactly sure. The reason why I'm doing this Q&A is because it's 2 years on the wonderful YouTube. Me being on the Adventures of Luna channel, I've been on YouTube for about like 7 years already. I believe my first account was like Sasuke something because I was like a huge Naruto fan back when. And I thought Sasuke. I thought Sasuke, Suzuki. I remember someone said that once. I was like, oh man. Anyway, uh, enough about knowing nothing about Japanese pronunciation. But yeah, I've been on YouTube for a while. I think every year I've done. It seems like it now is going 2 years in a row that I've done like a Q&A, and I think this is like probably my sixth Q&A I've ever done, and yeah, and I think this is probably the least amount of people who've asked me questions. I believe there's only around six. Usually there's around 10, and there's the people who give a whole bunch of questions. But two people, wonderfully, who've given me a lot of questions beforehand, are awesome. And they've done the same thing as they did anytime I've ever done a Q&A. So thank you for asking the wonderful questions. Maybe for those who he didn't know what to ask, I don't know. Maybe you wanted to be anonymous within a wonderful thing. I don't know. Maybe I should bring up a wonderful Ask FM account, or I believe I do own a Form Spring, and I guess I should bring that on just in case anyone wants to. I guess I'll bring that onto my channel. I don't really care. I'll answer them regardless. And my wonderful furnace just turned on. So without further ado, I do recommend probably not watching this video with your eyes and maybe just listening with your ears, and you do whatever the hell you want to do. I have 80 odd questions, and I believe like a majority of those questions do come from two people. So I'm going to be looking at my email, and I'm going to be answering the questions that be asked here. Thank you guys for doing this. This is kind of for like the fan version, other than that that hour video I made where it's like kind of depressing and it was kind of good, and I talk about a whole bunch of stuff, and then yeah, I think I mentioned Justin Bieber or something like that, and I meant like early Justin Bieber, not the old right now Justin Bieber where he's a douche. Anyway, you'll notice when you listen to that. I also recommend you just listen to it, not watch me talk, because I look stupid, and my hair's probably poofing on one side, and it looks a little bit shiny, but you know, whatever. That always happens one day without a shower. Anyway, I took a shower yesterday, man. This is how I look. Anyway, let's see. I won't say the names. Why not? You guys can look on the other video to find out who asked them the Q&A. It says, well, what's your current favorite game you played on my channel? The current favorite game that I played on my channel? I've had a bunch of current favorite games. Persona's quickly becoming one of them. I'm definitely enjoying Persona beyond reason. I believe you guys are on episode 10 as of today, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I have videos going on all the way up until the 20th of April, so there we go with that. I haven't played it at all. I've been recording Walking Dead. Final Fantasy Harvest Moon. A Harvest Moon, number 3. I forgot. A Fantasy Harvest Moon, number 3, which one I played, I believe, a year or two ago. I definitely enjoyed that one greatly. That's probably one of my favorite. The DBZ game, Legacy of Goku 2, was incredibly fun. Me doing the voices of the people, and me just being an asshole and just playing the game. I don't know. It was fun. I like reliving the story of Dragon Ball Z, even though it's kind of told very, very shortly, and saying Giro instead of Giro. And yeah, I've enjoyed that. That was awesome. I'm trying to think of anything else. I liked my Spore playthrough. I'm trying to think of anything else that I really, really liked. I'm trying to think. I really liked the Final Fantasy 3/6 game that I was playing, but I never really got back to it. I kind of abandoned it. And then I got one person mad at me. He unsubscribed from me. Because like, oh my god, you're so stupid. How dare you to look to the right side? How dare you? You don't know anything. And he's like, you shouldn't have got those. Why did you even take those items? Because you would have got better items later in the future. And all these things like that. Like he expected me. I knew how to play the game. Weird, huh? I am the game. I don't know. those are the ones that I've quick ones off of my mind. Also, what anime are you currently playing? I guess you meant currently watching. As of right now, I'm not watching many anime. I guess I have a lot of anime pending. I have like another, which is like this horror one. I have Kuroko no Basket. I have Attack on Titan. I haven't watched all of Attack on Titan. I've enjoyed it greatly. I've been enthralled with it. You know, for those of you who do not know, I've been talking about Attack on Titan before, like, it even got an anime, and I was so excited, and I was worried, and I was hearing things where, since the anime is getting big, you know, the writer, he's like, he doesn't want to kill off characters that are fan favorites because of backlash, and if you don't know, Attack on Titan's very prominent on killing characters that you may care about because that's just how the world is now. You're not gonna have that whole Naruto One Piece stuff going on where they survive. Definitely in One Piece, like everyone seems to survive. Even that one guy who took like a nuke level blast, he's like alive. I can't recall his name, but like, and he's not even the strongest person. And I don't know, it's weird. But I'm trying to think of anything else. I had a whole bunch of animes. I tried watching Toradora. I didn't really enjoy that. It was okay, but I'm not really into that. Nisakoi, which is a manga that I read, and I was very happy that it turned into an anime. It was made by the people who made Monogatari, who they're animating it, and definitely they kind of put like a weird spin on it. Definitely the first couple episodes were kind of weird, definitely with the animation path that they took, but it seemed to work out for the better. I haven't really watched it. Like I said, I usually fall in and out of anime. I was getting ready to watch the Toriko anime. For those of you who do not know, I enjoy the Toriko manga greatly. It's undoubtedly one of the things I look forward to every single week, and I would buy all the volumes. I definitely would, because I enjoy it greatly. It's something I love, and you know, it started out something about food, and food is life, so it's definitely a good basis to go off on. And definitely when you tell someone it's based off food, you're like, oh, it's just cooking? No, not really. Imagine it's a battle manga, adventure manga. It's very grand scale. They throw a lot of silent science within the wonderful powers that they have, and you know, it's awesome. It definitely is. Seeing all the different monsters that the creator creates, it's definitely something awesome, and it's very humorous. Definitely, I enjoyed it. I believe the author, he wrote Toriko while he was in jail, if I'm not mistaken, for whatever crime he did. I guess it really doesn't matter because it helped him in the long run because he wasn't trying to get it like published forever. But the Toriko anime shits. Don't ever watch it. Please to God, don't ever fucking watch that anime. That's probably one of the things with a terrible adaptation of a manga. But those are the animes that I can really come to mind as of right now. I can't really think of anything else. You know, I've watched Beyond the Boundary as of late, which is Kyokai no Kanata, which was okay. It was kind of weird. The ending was weird. Kind of felt flat to me. But I'm not really watching any anime now. I guess the only ones I have pending right now are Attack on Titan. I don't know. I've been looking at all the seasonal animes. I was watching Kill la Kill, but I kind of fell off of that. I don't really want to watch it. You know, I kind of fell off a lot of animes because I kind of lost interest. But the only one that I'm willing to watch is Attack on Titan as of right now. And, you know, Attack on Titan, superb. See, also, happy 2 years anniversary on YouTube. Yep, today I started doing YouTube. Congrats, Luna, on your 2-year anniversary. My questions are, what is your favorite anime that you watched, and how long do you think you'll be making YouTube videos? Okay, favorite anime that I've watched. My most favorite anime that I've watched, probably Full Metal Alchemist, and then I watched Brotherhood, and that quickly replaced it. Obviously, I've enjoyed Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z greatly. That's usually the ones that people got enthralled with, but you know, it's kind of a tie between Yu Yu Hakusho and Full Metal Alchemist. I've loved Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, I've had the games, I had all the stuff, and just Yu Yu Hakusho was fantastic to me, and I've enjoyed it greatly, and it's actually pretty damn good. And Yu Yu Hakusho kind of changed how shonen storytelling is told. So, revolutionary, am I right? Definitely watch Yu Yu Hakusho. It's kind of old, it's dated, but the animation is, but it's pretty damn good. How long do you think you'll be making YouTube videos? There used to be a thing I used to say back in the day, I said I'll stop making YouTube videos when I die. Now, I kind of meant that, whether it would be by my own hands when I go crazy, or if I get a job and then I die in that job, or anything along those lines. But none of those have happened yet. But I want to do YouTube for a very long time because it's something I've always wanted to do within high school, but I never had the resources to do it now. Just right now, I have the minimal resources to be able to do what I want to do. And before that, I barely had any, you know. So, with this new computer, hopefully, things will change. And they are slowly. I'm playing PS2 games. I'm playing a PC game that's very prominent and very popular, and people have high standards for it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some shit for playing it. Regarding those people who want to see other people suck the game's dick. Because definitely you see that a lot. I've definitely seen that a lot with a lot of games I play. Definitely with the Phoenix Wright. Definitely with some of the Pokemon games. I'm trying to think, 999. Yeah. So I will make videos as long as I possibly can. You know, as long as I get an internet connection, as long as I want to, as long as I have a passion for it. For a while, I didn't have a passion for it during the end of the Kato Shoujo era, where all this shit was happening, and I just hated everything. I don't care about anything. Yeah, emotional distress is kind of interesting if you ignore it, and then it just all piles up. Weird, huh? But yeah, I want to be making YouTube videos for a very long time. I may not be the best YouTuber. I may be the greatest YouTuber. I don't know. It's up to your guys' opinions. Right now, I don't feel I'm good. If I was good, people would watch me. I guess I need to have more people's interest because I have 3,000 subscribers and nothing really, coming of it, I guess you can say. I would expect like 500 people wanting to watch my stuff, but, people are watching my stuff, so that means they are interested in what I am playing. All the games I do play are blind, so they do kind of have the irritation factor of me not getting what to do at that moment. Definitely with the PS2 games I'm going to be playing, hopefully. Usually depends on how well they're played. And, yeah. And then we go with that. Just hope I get more of a viewer base, and people love Luna. I guess I have a nice personality, and that's what really matters when it comes to it. And plus, people don't like potty mouths, which is kind of interesting. I don't know.
Oh, I'm a potty mouth.
Let's see. Oh, and I got your question. I don't know if you fucking deleted it. I checked it if it was there. Yeah. What's your favorite hentai? I get everything, no matter what you comment, guys. I'm letting you know that. I've had people comment terrible shit to me, and then they delete it as if nothing happens. And I still get the email. I'm looking through my emails, by the way. What's my favorite hentai? I don't have one. I do enjoy hentai every once in a while. I don't know. It was kind of weird because when I was young, I was just searching up Naruto, and then I saw Sakura naked. I was like, oh, I dig this. And then that's how it all happened. And some of them are good, some of them are shitty. Definitely the old school ones are shitty. Alright. Alright, new question. So I don't really have a favorite hentai. It doesn't really matter. Everyone masturbates, I guess not everyone. I believe there's like a survey, like 90% of people masturbate, and like 10% people are afraid and don't want to get sinned on. Be careful, you want to get sinned on. The semen and the juices are Satan trying to take you over. Alright, so do you ever get bored of uploading videos? Yes. I hate uploading videos because they take so much time. Most of them take like 30 minutes now. Usually definitely based on your connection and the file size. I usually kind of upload hefty file sizes. Back in the day, every video that I uploaded was like 2 hours long. It took 2 hours to upload. I would have them upload overnight and all those wonderful things like that. But now, I have a compressor. It kind of cuts the time by like 3/4, and it's very, very good. And uploading videos, but I don't know if you mean like uploading videos like making video games, making playthroughs for you guys. No, I don't really get bored. I get bored of games sometimes. Definitely I get bored of the Pokemon games. Like I said, sometimes I get bored of visual novels. But that's pretty much it. I do get bored uploading like specific stuff, like I don't want to play it anymore. I definitely do get bored of games because it usually takes me a while to finish them since I have so much stuff to work on. But now I'm able to like record flawlessly and easily whenever I want, and it takes, if I record 2 hours, it's gonna take like 2 to 3 hours for that content to be finished. What's the worst anime you ever watched? The worst anime that I've ever watched? I don't know. There's this one about this girl who gets a bloody nose when she sees blood and she's a vampire. That was kind of dumb. I don't remember the name. That's when like it was on YouTube. It was like part 1 of 5. Iki Tausen was kind of bad. The battle fix and stuff. That was kind of only good for fan service. The Naruto Shippuden stuff definitely has fallen off greatly. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't know. I can't really think of much. And do you like your active subscribers? I don't know. I don't really have that many. People kind of choose what they want to watch, which is what everyone does. You know, there's so much content creators out there that you know you can pick and choose what you want. This guy's funny when he plays Pokemon. This guy's good when he plays Banana Muffin Simulator or something like that. Like people pick and choose. But I don't know. I don't really have that many active subscribers. They come around every once in a while. Definitely, hopefully, with the new stuff will happen, I'll attract more people to me, and they'll be more willing to watch everything I play. And that's something I've always wanted to do, and I've never been able to do it. So definitely, I've probably gotten people who only wanted to watch something else, get interested in something else, and learn that hey, I'm gonna good, I guess. I don't know, so I don't know how I really feel. I appreciate you guys watching and liking. Definitely if you like stuff and share it, that's a very big help. Because definitely if you share stuff, you know, on, you know, the Twitter or the Facebook or anything along those lines, you know, that gives me publicity, and other people may share it or anything along those lines, and then in turn, I get more people viewing me, and everything will grow, and it'll feel a lot less empty. Let's see, what is your earliest memory? I'm trying to think of my earliest memories, because the thing is, my earliest memories are me, like, being a dick. I used to be a huge dick. I still am now, you know, I have one, but I used to be a big asshole back in the day. When I was a little kid, I was like the problem child. Have you seen the movie Problem Child? If you haven't, they used to play on the USA Network all the time during Valentine's Day. Watch Problem Child. It's fantastic. It's funny. It's wacky and zany. No. But yeah, I used to be a problem child. There's something I used to do. I used to take toilet paper, dunk it in the toilet, because I didn't give two shits, and I threw it up on the fucking ceiling, and it would stick. And I would do that, and I remember we lived with our grandparents for the majority of the time, and my grandpa would yell at my mom that Alex was throwing shit up on the ceiling. I threw like a house thing at my sister's face, Lexi, which is she's a Luna also, and I live in a family with 2 different families because of my mom, 2 different guys, you know, moving on, different divorce, all those wonderful things, and I threw like a housing, I want to say chandelier housing tile, and I threw it, and the things are heavy as fuck. And I threw it, and it stabbed her in the forehead, giving her a permanent scar right there, where she thinks it's from chickenpox, but it's actually from me digging a hole into her head from flinging it like a frisbee. And I remember I hid outside for a couple hours. I remember I made fun of some gang members, and they found out, and my friend told them, and they chased me to my house, pounding on the door, trying to break in to kick my ass when I was younger. And this is all like 6 to like 9-ish, but you know, a lot of the stuff I done was stupid. Like, I remember I tried to pick up a poop. I never succeeded because I thought it was gross, and I was kept trying to use other stuff, but I couldn't pick it up because it kept slipping out. I remember throwing stuff in front of cars when we were driving by, like bricks. Not at the cars, but underneath the cars, so it broke it and sticks. I remember peeing on an outlet and then the fire starting. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, nothing else really. What is your favorite video you've ever made? My favorite video that I've ever made, I probably gotta say, are all the dancing ones because they're so fucking stupid. And the Katawa Shoujo Busting Makes Me Feel Good in the Katawa Shoujo Feels playlist. That one's amazing. I've enjoyed it greatly. It's awesome. I don't know. You guys could check it out. It's fucking cool. I love it. It's something a little bit more creative than what I've done beforehand. And then we go to the big list of questions from the 2 people. So I'm going to read them off as fast as I can. Since you picked the question last time, if you could be an animal, which you would be? I would be a sloth because sloths are lazy and Luna's lazy. And it's cool to hang off a tree and poop. If you could be if you found a genie and had 3 wishes, what would you wish for? I would probably wish for a decent, sizable amount of money that's non-taxable, and taxes won't steal it from me. Uh, let's see. Hold on, I fucking closed the window. Let's see. I probably would wish for awesome mental health, and then in turn, I probably wish for like a super mega gaming computer that automatically upgrades on itself, and I don't have to do anything like that. And I could either trade one of the wishes for a computer just based off editing, because gaming computers and editing computers are apparently drastically different. Like, different stuff needs to be made up from it. But yeah, those are my wishes. Have you ever thought about going vegetarian or vegan? No. I remember one of my subscribers were vegetarian or something like that. We made fun of him. Some stupid bullshit, you know? Yada yada. Oh, he doesn't eat meat. Brr, 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 brr. Or you only eat fish, which is like your specific type of vegetarian, which is it's something with a C if I'm not mistaken. If I were to do that, I don't know if I could do that. I'm not a very big vegetables guy. I definitely have been trying a lot more vegetables now, and I've been learning that I don't like a lot of them. A lot of them are not tasty, not tasty raw, and some of them are not. Some of them are tasty raw, and some of them are like disgusting when they're cooked. I'm not a big fan of vegetables, to be honest. Like, I could eat a couple every once in a while, like tomatoes, onions. I'm trying to think of anything else. I could eat a cucumber, sort of. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could possibly, like vegetables are very iffy for me. I'm not really very a big fan of vegetables. And going vegan, I don't know if I could do that. Definitely the changes of diets of me going full vegetarian and vegan is going to be terrible for me because I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get really sick and I'm probably going to lose weight. The bad kind of lose weight where you balloon up back again after you start eating. I'm kind of used to eating meat with almost every meal. I usually don't a lot anymore. It's usually a lot of some sort of grain now that I eat a lot of, you know. But if I had to for health reasons, I definitely would probably do it and just learn different ways to eat because definitely it's doable for everyone. Definitely if you not for a couple of people due to allergies and stuff like that. But will I be able to do it? Maybe, but it's not like I'll do it willingly. Maybe I want to do it, or maybe I want to start putting more greens into my diet, which is definitely something I should be doing. But I need to find something that's tasty. I'm not gonna eat something if it's not tasty. It's kind of weird, which is Luna. It's kind of funny. The tasty things are bad for you, as you can tell by this chin under here that's been developing for a very long time. What is your opinion on Paranormal Activity? The movie series, they're fucking awesome. The first one was awesome, which was made on like I believe it's called the proper terms like a shoestring budget or something like that, where it's a completely small budget and the guys didn't really get paid much and turned into this gigantic thing. It was like an indie film that got big, and definitely when it comes to horror movies, I think the whole world enjoys being scared. There's a thrill to it. There's a reason why people do crazy fucking shit, and which I don't like doing crazy shit. But it gives you that adrenaline burst. It feels good, but it's kind of bad because you're being scared. Paranormal Activity was awesome. I was always scared of being pulled from my bed and pulled like down the stairs or anything along those lines and into the room. Those were scary. I think it was Paranormal Activity 3 with the teenage girl and the boyfriend where he was trying to make her show her tits. And that was fucking hilarious. I thought that was awesome. They're gonna milk the series beyond reason to make money. Obviously, that's the kind of thing you want to make money. Everyone gets to live. Everyone gets bills to pay. Everyone has those gimmicks in the mail. But yeah, I'm okay with the Paranormal Activity movies. They're pretty good. They're enjoyable for what they are. Even though not a lot of people like that. Like, I've enjoyed Cloverfield greatly. I remember watching that in the movie theaters. I thought it was fucking fantastic. But there's people throwing up, not being able to deal with the shaky cam, getting seasick, and thought it was kind of like a shitty movie. In turn, I thought it was fantastic. But I like kaiju movies, monster movies, so it's all with that. What is your, how do you feel about your computer so far? I like it. The only problem I have is that I need to change the fans. I need to get better fans. I need to get better cooling for it, because definitely my graphics card has failed probably like 2 times since I've gotten it, and that's definitely not good. And that's only happened if I'm like doing a whole bunch of shit. And my computer hasn't froze or anything like that. I got like a ridiculous amount of windows open. It's ridiculous. Um, do people still stuck at driving where you live? No, people aren't doing stupid shit anymore. I guess this generation that's in school now definitely are heavy within the whole smoking weed and getting drunk thing. But I think most of them are pretty good on not driving anymore. They kind of just chill and crash at their house now. There's nowhere to really go. You have to go on the freeway to be able to go to places, and that's very dangerous. We do have back roads since we're a small town, and people are used to getting car accidents all the time because they're being stupid, going more than 100 miles in the back because they're drunk and they want to act cool. There's these kids who are acting recklessly on the freeway. Their car ended up pretty much being a crumbled can. All of them survived, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe one of them was gravely injured. And it's just because of stupidity of being a teenager. Definitely you want to break the rules and be all those wonderful things. If you have those bad influences and you just want to live your life. Everyone's not stupid like me, who doesn't really like going out, and car rides make them sick, and being with people gives them headaches and all these wonderful things like that. But I think everything's gotten better. If you had to be a food, which food would you be? I would be a pizza. A slice of pizza. I'll be the pizza guy. I'll be Pizza Face from All That skit. Who has the most brownie points of all of your subscribers? I don't think anyone has really brownie points anymore because no one's really done anything for me. There was one person who was like offering to donate stuff to me, which definitely I'm open to take donations now, but I don't want to like throw it out there. I still got to create the thing where I'll take donations via PayPal, and not a lot of people can give me donations via PayPal. Definitely the money would be good. It would be going towards a 3DS recording bullshit, and maybe some new parts to my computer, and that may be about it. Those are my only plans as of right now. I don't want to get anything to record 360 stuff. I'll be decent with the PC games. How's the wiki thing going? For those of you who did not know, I do have a wikia. I keep calling it a wiki. Wikia, The Adventures of Luna. If you search Adventures of Luna on Google, you'll probably find it. I was building it with a subscriber named Dark. We were kind of doing, I was building it. There's a whole bunch of stuff about Adventures of Luna lore, I guess you can say. Ooh. And I was going to use it as like the main hub of everything, and people would go to it, and all those wonderful things like that. But we kind of stopped doing it. Dark fell out of the funk out of it. I fell out of the funk out of it soon afterwards. And yeah, if anyone wants to do it, they can do it. I don't know. You have to kind of talk to us. So we have to think if you're okay or not. But I don't know. Pretty much what you're doing, putting description of games, all these things like that. I played, and I don't know. I don't think the wiki was a good idea as of yet. Probably later within my channel life. Should you put a limit on the questions? No, not really. People like hearing me talk, I guess. What's your favorite dessert? My favorite dessert is probably molten lava cake, or maybe red velvet cake with the cream cheese frosting. Those are fantastic. Or maybe oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I love oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies are fucking the shit. Not a lot of people like them because they view them as old people food, but I love oatmeal cookies. What is your favorite dessert? The Mojave. If you had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would be pizza. I gotta do various things on pizza. Do you plan on doing a playthrough of any Steam game someone bought or gave to you so long ago? Oh, sorry. Will there be any more Cooking with Luna? But I'll answer the Steam game one. For way back when, you guys could donate Steam games to me if you want. There's a good chance I'm going to play them. Now, I have 2 Steam games that were donated to me. One was apparently free, but then he told me that he bought it for me, so I don't know what to believe, so it was just given for me. It was Don't Starve, which I do plan on playing that. I don't know when. Probably sometime whenever I get done with, I was about to say Dark Souls, with, The Walking Dead. I'll probably play that for a little while. I believe that game has no end. I do want to play it. I was going to play it way back when, but I want to play definitely something that was donated to me. There was another game that I really don't have any interest in, but I'll check it out. I only had 2 games donated to me. And yeah, definitely if you want to donate games to me to play, I definitely would play them. But I won't play them right away unless I feel like it, I guess you could say. Like I said, I do have a Steam. It's AdventuresOfLuna. You can find me. I have like a stupid picture. There's a pony in it. There's Pokemon in it, and it's disgusting. I need to change it. I still haven't changed it, but they're going to be played. But I have other stuff I want to focus on right now. And also, will there be any more Cooking with Luna? I need a better camera than this one. To be honest with you, this camera sucks. Definitely the lighting is shitty. I need a camera. I don't have money for a camera. Definitely, I guess I should put some money towards a camera. But I definitely need a camera so bad. I miss having a camera greatly. I don't want to use my phone. It only films at 15 frames per second, 480p. It's just, yeah. But yeah, I used to do Cooking with Luna, and there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to do. I believe I recorded a cheesecake episode where I made homemade cheesecake, but then I lost the footage, and I couldn't upload it. It sucked. Do you plan on doing any playthrough? Okay, can you believe a year has passed? As you get older, the years pass a lot faster, definitely for me, and definitely it goes on faster as people more start going up in grade levels. That's just the concept of being old. We have a short time on this earth, and everyone dedicates their life in a different way. How do you feel about your channel growth? My channel growth has been the same every single year, except it's been happening steadily instead of like we're that 2-month time span where I got like 1,500 subscribers, and I was like getting dozens of subscribers every day. It definitely has been slow. I haven't been getting subscribers every single day. I'll get like 5 subscribers every couple days. You know, those people don't really watch. I don't know if they do. They probably expect me to play these specific games that they subscribed for me for way back when. And they see the games I'm playing now. They're like, what's the fucking deal? So I don't know. My channel growth is okay. I wish it was more. I kind of wish more viewers watched. That's pretty much it. I wish there was more people watching. Is there a game that you absolutely hated playing? 999 and Kato Shoujo for a while, but I got over that. Have you had any strange weird dreams? Like, I haven't really been having any dreams or any that I want to share because they're kind of adult. And I've been having adult dreams for some reason. I don't know why. I've been having this wife. She's been doing things to me. I don't know. Have you had any nightmares lately? Actually, no. I haven't had any nightmares. I've been scared of stuff going to bed as of late. I've been worrying about things, but that's about it. Will there be any more Cooking with Luna? Have you gotten any new hats or stuffed animals that you got, or all animals all you have left? I haven't gotten any hats. I definitely want a hat, a beanie, or a crochet thing. I definitely want a new sweater thing. I definitely want more pants because I'm fat. I need to lose weight, which is definitely something I need to work on. I haven't gotten any new stuffed animals. Buddy's been getting like different toys from people, and we've been playing with those. I like stuffed animals. Do you miss doing live streams? Kind of, and kind of not, because they were kind of shitty. To be honest with you, we didn't do a lot, and I definitely had people complaining that we weren't doing a lot, and people would go to the live streams and they wouldn't really do anything. And if I were to do live streams now, I don't know what the hell I would do, like play a game and then what? Just focus on myself and not focus on you guys? You know, I did the Google Plus live streams where you guys were in the call with us and we played games, and it was fun, it was silly, but like the lag, I mean it was like 45-second delay, it was like shitty. I don't really miss them, but they were nice. I may do them every once in a while. I'm trying to find where the hell I left off. Do you miss the character limit on YouTube? Let me ask. I kind of like that there's no character limit on YouTube. There used to be a character limit, but now that there's a character limit, there's a lot more Bibles being written in the fucking comment sections, which is ridiculous. But I like the character limit being taken off, but I don't know if it messes with anything performance-wise with YouTube. I'm fine with it. And then Andrew Brown's face just came up in here. What is this something you regret the most? The thing I regret the most definitely is not me dealing with my problems way back with the Katawa Shoujo era. And I definitely possibly would have had more people stay if I enjoyed it more. You know, the Katawa Shoujo era was like a big thing for me. If a whole bunch of things cascaded on itself. Have you become more of a cat person? Or are you still team dog? The thing is, I don't really care. You know, the whole cat thing is just pretty much me blowing out of proportions of all the cats that I've met, all been mean to me. They bit me and all those kind of things. They come up to me. I hold my hand towards them, you know, a little bit away, see if they'll come. And then they'll come, they'll rub their head against my hand, and then they would bite me. And I don't understand. Or they'll claw at me. I hate being clawed at by cats. I like dogs because they're friendly, unless you treat them like shit, and then they hate everyone. But I don't really care. I like cats, they're cute. Kitties are cute, puppies are cute. When they grow up, they're adorable, and they pretty much kind of keep the same characteristics as when they're younger. Except I believe cats are different, where they act different younger, and they're different when they're older. Or maybe that's the same with everything, you know, nurture versus nature, whatever. Did you survive the almighty War of Wars? Is that a game, or is that history stuff? You mean the war? 1780 something between France and I don't know. Isn't that like a war, like one of the big wars before guns were around? I think. What would you do during the zombie outbreak? I'd probably die, like all of us would. Everyone thinks like, oh, I'm be in my fucking house. We'll probably all die. If everyone in the world turned into dancing bananas except you, what would you do? I would be famous. Are you the king of jungle, baby? I don't know. Am I king of the jungle? I don't think so. Well, can you believe that I thought of all these ridiculous questions? Well, that's how you do, watermelon. The watermelon. And here we go with the last questions. I believe there's about 30. Okay. Would you rather be a vampire or a werewolf? Not Twilight kind. That's terrible. I would be a werewolf. I always thought werewolves were pretty cool. And definitely when I watched the Van Helsing movie, I've enjoyed it. I've always wanted to be a werewolf. I never wanted to be a vampire. Vampires are kind of overblown. But I love werewolves. Werewolves are awesome. What's your favorite weather scenes of the weather? I kind of like the moderate weather. The weather that we have here in Illinois is fucking crazy. I don't know. It was 70 degrees one day, and it was fucking 10 degrees the day after, and it was snowing. I fucking hate it. But hey, we barely get any tornadoes, so we're good with that. Favorite game played so far on my channel? I've kind of answered that. If you had a monster PC, what game would you do a let's play on your channel first that you couldn't do before? It's kind of weird because when I'm thinking about it, I'm not one for like huge performance. I would like the performance so things are done a little bit easier on my channel. I'm not one for the heavy graphics or anything along those lines. I have not yet transitioned to that. I still have a standard TV. The only HD TV we have is the one upstairs, and that's about it. And we watch Blu-ray, and I definitely can see a different thing with quality with Blu-ray, but I don't care. I'm not one for a stickler of quality, you know. I'm pretty much good with almost anything. As long as it's not blurry as fuck, I'm good. So I don't know what game, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of the high quality games are shit. They're really bad. They honestly are really, really bad. You know, they're usually just for the flair of graphics instead of gameplay. And there's very few games that are really heavy on, you know, they're really good games down to the core. But they may be really good graphic wise, but they could be shit gameplay wise and just terrible, which seems to be a thing with PC games and quality. I don't really care. There's people who care. I've definitely seen it. Do you ever wish you had a different hair? Parts in different ways, straighter, curly? I don't know. It's kind of interesting because my hair when I was younger, it's always been grown out when I was younger, and then at the age of like 6, I started getting fades, which is double zeros on the side and 0 or 1 on top. And I'll get it straightened up, tighten up, and I would get fades. And back when I was younger, I used to have really curly hair, like usually most babies do. I had really pretty hair, nice and curly. My hair is really good now. It's very healthy. It's very strong. It's very thick. I usually have to thin it out. Um, but I liked my hair when it was long because I liked it being different than everyone else. Though I kind of looked like a loser or anything along those lines, I didn't care. I enjoyed my hair because it was something I did by myself when people told me I didn't like it. And definitely it's helped me have women in my life. My hair is not this dark naturally. The reason why it's so dark is because I don't go outside. It was a nice shade of brown. It was very, very pretty. Um, but right now, I kind of like the way my hair is now, though I think I may have it a little bit more shorter than what it is now. But it's a little weird because it's starting to get clumped up in areas if I sleep weird, which you could possibly see somewhere. And I don't really like that. And for some reason, it's getting greasier faster now. And I don't really like that either. And I don't understand why. It's good to have your natural oils. Like, I was going to try the thing where you wash your hair once a week, and apparently it does like wonders for your hair and repairs it. Like, it makes it go a little bit better. You could put water in it, but you just can't shampoo it at all. But I kind of like my hair the way it is now. I look different, drastically different. My long hair gave me a little bit different something. I don't know. Everyone has short hair, I guess, really. Long hair for a guy is kind of weird, but I don't know. I liked the way it was. I guess. I loved my hair. If you could have a pet sloth, what would you name it, and where would you? I probably would name it Leaf. I would have it on my puppy. I would get a puppy, and then I would get a baby sloth. And those puppy and baby sloth will friend one another, and that baby sloth will cling onto the puppy. And as they grow older, the puppy will be pretty much its like chariot ride, and will hang on to the dog as he grows older and go with them and pick shit out of his fur and all those wonderful things sloths do. They love to groom themselves, they love to scratch their asses, and they love to have things grow on them. And yeah, pretty much that. I probably would do that. I don't know where I would keep them. I don't know. I don't think this is a perfect temperature for them to have it, but I would love to hold a baby sloth or sloths in general. They're adorable. What is the creepiest website in your opinion? There is this Pain Olympics website which had all these disgusting disgusting images from the internet, whether it be people dead, burnt, just a whole bunch of terrible shit regarding sexually and anything along those lines. Very gruesome, very gory. It was gross. I watched that with a girl I dated. That was our icebreaker. Lena sure knows how to woo the ladies. But yeah, I can't recall. It was like the Pain Olympics or something like that. But apparently, when I seen it, a lot of the images were taken away. Let's see. What is the creepy side? What fandom do you hate the most? All of them. Sometimes fandoms can take it over too. No, you know what parts of fandoms I hate? The deviant parts of the fandoms. That ruin it for everyone, really. And people who aren't really educated and are really hateful to other fandoms or anything like that. Because fandoms are fine, you want to be fans of Harry Potter, the Doctor Who, the Pokemon or anything. There's fandoms for everything, but they do get annoying, and boasting about it definitely is annoying. Definitely when I was a brony back when, I see how I like boasted about it because I was so proud of it. It's annoying. It definitely is. And definitely people in fandoms try to push their stuff on you, which isn't good, and definitely I've seen that a lot of times with the brony community. Not everyone, but it's apparent. Where in the world would you travel if you could? I don't know. I'm not much of a traveler. I don't like going to places. I really don't want to travel anywhere, to be honest with you. I don't really have the traveling bug. I've always met and dated people who are like, we're going to travel the world, all these wonderful things. You want to see all these places. But I don't care. I don't want to go there. People in different places that don't like Americans, I'm most likely going to be treated like shit because we have this terrible stigma. And I don't want to go anywhere. Definitely outside of the U.S. I don't have anywhere I want to go in the U.S. Where in the world would you travel? Where in the universe would you travel if you could? I would probably travel to the nearest Earth-like planet. I believe the only nearest Earth-like planets we have are like gigantic Earths, which are like super mega Earths, which I believe are like the size of our sun or something like that. It's like I would love to see those. I want to see that. It would be fantastic. Definitely would be scary, but I would like to like have an overhead view. I don't want to be plopped down in a forest and see scary things in my face. Um, if you could be half man, half fish, what would your name be? Catman? Manfish? Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? I would be Barnacle Boy. Um, how would you say your new PC is performing for? It's fair. It's not the best, like I said. Definitely with the settings that I have changed, it's added like 15 minutes onto my video renders. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty good. I've enjoyed it. So like, let's say a 30-minute video, it takes around 30 minutes for it to render, but 15 extra minutes, so it takes around 45 minutes for that video to render. And sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, it may take an hour. So yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care. It's all good. Nothing hasn't taken 2 hours to 3 hours to render. I'm pretty sure if I did something that was like an hour long, it would take like 2 hours to render. But I don't care. It's been performing well. I've been doing things great. Mm-hmm. Everything takes a lot fast. Compression takes fast. It takes like 10 minutes to render like an hour video. I mean, 10 minutes to compress an hour video. It's fantastic. If you could be an evil villain, what would your place? Where would you place your lair? The White House. What is your favorite kind of hat? I've always liked beanies. I always liked the crochet stuff. I used to wear a fedora back when dipping it. uh, how long did you last listen? How long did you last listen to? Or what did I last listen to? I listened to a bunch of Bo Burnham stuff. I listened to the Jim Johnston radio on Pandora, which is like a lot of wrestling stuff, and I definitely enjoyed that. Is there a time when you nearly quit your 365-day playthrough? Definitely during the Katwa Shoujo era. Like I said, during the playthrough, I was only like getting 5 views. No one was really watching it. No likes, no nothing like that. And maybe it probably sucked, but it did pick up after a couple hundred episodes where I changed everything, and people started watching it more. And the only time it sucked was when I focused on Animal Crossing. Once I started telling stories and all that shit, people were enthralled with it. So, if you were God and you have to create a new race of human-like creatures, in which way would you make them different from humans? I possibly, probably would make them feel. I would possibly try to make them feel like a more perfect race, but there's going to be war with anything. There's always that natural thing with it. Would I take that away? But that would take your thing of survival. And how would you deal with that within it? I don't know. I would create a race that would be no war, because war is a terrible thing. If I had to go, like, this is the reason why I never applied for the army or anything like that. They do something I can never do. No matter what, I can't be there. Even though I may or having to do all those trains or things like that, I don't even think my body is able to do it. I have back issues. Actually, I don't even think I'm mentally well. I would like if I was deployed to go do something, and combat wise, and I would have to take someone's life, even though they are bad and protect America. I don't think I could possibly do it. I don't think I could take a life for anyone, even if it was to protect someone else. It's very hard for me to do that. Um, you're erasing life, someone who's lived on this earth for a while, who's had all this stuff. You're erasing them gone, and it's terrible. And you can rationalize that every way you want, but I don't think I could do it. And I definitely probably would develop mental issues from it. I would be worse off from what I am. But yeah, ugh, it's I would try to create a self-sufficient loving race, I guess you could say. How would I change them? You know what? I probably would make humans a little bit more durable. Definitely, our skeletons are very, very durable, and it takes a lot for them to crush. And definitely, depending on how we fall, we could survive anything. Someone survived being picked up by a tornado and thrown. They got gashes on their body, but that was easily fixed. None of their bones broke because the skeleton's so fucking great. And definitely, I would probably change when in danger. Relaxing would be like the thing to do instead of tensing up. Relaxing a little bit more, so less injuries. Because apparently, if you relax more, that's why a lot of people who are drunk and they get in car accidents, they are not that injured as the person that they hit because their body's relaxed. Uh, what's your favorite RPG series? My favorite RPG series. I don't think I really have a favorite RPG series because I haven't really played a lot of them. I've enjoyed. Um, I've enjoyed Pokemon, which is like some weird RPG series. I've enjoyed um, the Paper Mario series. That was kind of fun. I've enjoyed a whole bunch. I thought Final Fantasy was interesting, but it kind of gets a little definitely with the 13 plus games that they've come out with, which are complete poppycock. Definitely the most recent one with Lightning, where you could dress her up. That's just no, I don't no gimmicks. What's your favorite movie quote? I'll be back. Stay frosty, and I don't want to go. Let's see. Would you mind if I ate your pussy? Which was like from some random movie, and I got fucking. I was like, did he just say that? What the fuck? I forgot what movie that's from. There's another movie when this guy yells disappointed. Trying to. I think that's about it. I like Henshin to Go from a video game. I say that every once in a while. How often does Japanese culture creep you out? Japanese culture is very interesting. They're very technologically based and amazing, and their internet's fantastic. Definitely, they have a lot of natural hazards where they are, and definitely it's probably a very toxic place to go when it comes to radiation and all those wonderful things. But yeah, the Japanimation is what they used to call them back when. Now they just call them anime. Those are fantastic. That kind of gives you a little bit insight on the culture. The game shows are fucking hilarious. They're awesome. Though it's kind of really kind of shootish, really, when it comes to the game shows. They're a little iffy. I definitely like the wrestling culture over there. It's definitely a lot better than the American culture, really, wrestling culture. There's some things within the culture, like, you can date your cousin or something like that. Your first cousin, you can marry your first cousin because love is very hard to find in Japan. That's pretty much. I don't really care about that. It's kind of creepy, but it's within their own culture, and we can't really blame them. There's people who do different shit than us, regardless. Their culture definitely was based on food is definitely foreign for a lot of people. Not a lot of people who've never really eaten that food. It's kind of hard to adapt to eating just that food. You know, like me, I'm like a chicken and potatoes guy. I love chicken, I love potatoes. If you ask me, I'm not a big fan of Japanese food. I definitely am not. I really am not. I've tried it and I can't stomach it. It's so different from me. For mine, I can't really do it. If I lived in Italy, fuck yeah, I'd survive. But the Japanese culture, it does creep me out sometimes with some of the things they do. But when it comes to the wonderful Western culture, I guess you could say it's all weird to everyone else. Any plans of bringing live streams back? If so, will they be different from the old ones? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really do not know. It's kind of like it's whatever I feel like when it comes to the live streams. How are you enjoying Persona so far without spoilers for the parts that's still not uploaded? I've enjoyed it greatly. The times that I spent grinding by myself, which I started doing like late, probably past like episode 10 or something like that, within my like fourth recording session. I've learned a great deal about the game. I definitely was not learning a lot while playing the game with you guys, but when I by myself and I read and I look up some stuff, I'm all pretty good, and I've enjoyed it greatly. And Persona, may start to become one of my favorite games, and I've been playing that game heavily. I played that game like three times in one day and recorded 2-hour sessions. It was like ridiculous. But yeah, I'm about like 10 hours deep within the game, and that's about it. Are there any live streamers that you watch? If you got it, the only live streamers that I watch is like New Legacy Inc. and there's these wrestling guys, a group of friends. Really the star, and there's Johnny because his personality is fantastic and he laughs at everything. And then you got his friends, and you got Dino and Slip and all these other people, whether it be Duel and Jericho, and Hitile and all these random people thrown in, whatever. They play with their fans a lot. The bigger games that they're playing now, are the WWE, which they do very rarely because it gets very stale, and the Grand Theft Auto 4, no, Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm mistaken, and whatever they may do. They stream every once in a while. I enjoy those guys greatly. I'm a big fan of what they do, and yeah, pretty much that. There's just a bunch of guys having fun. They're not worrying like me on trying to get people to like them, I guess. How many quacks can Castaway Duck quack before it's had last quack? 4. If you could erase one playthrough entire fucking, you know what I would erase? My first Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. I would erase that playthrough. It is fucking terrible. It is bad. Have you ever had any of? Have you had any anniversary cake yet? Nah. I had cake a couple weeks ago. What was your favorite toy as a kid? My favorite toy as a kid was probably my my Megazord that turned into a fucking ship with Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. That ship that turned into a Megazord. And my other one that I really liked was like a Power Ranger plushie. I was big in Power Rangers when I was younger. At what age did your hypiness from a kid calm down? Probably when I started becoming a teenager. I started learning what kind of miserable life we had, and learning all the struggles my mom went through, and I just try to create as little troubles as I possibly can. You know, I calm down. You know, I don't really like going out. I don't like doing anything. I'm socially awkward. I don't like going out. I like staying home, just in case anyone needs me, and that's pretty much it. I don't do a lot of stuff for myself. I guess I'm very selfless. I don't know. If you had to survive a nuclear apocalypse, did you spell that wrong? Or that's how it's spelled? Or that's how it's spelled in British English? Would you be okay with living the rest of your days as a mutant? Be in the Fallout world. Fucking ghouls, man. Wasn't there like a hostel full of ghouls in one of the Fallout games? Did you answer all those questions? If you did, here's half the cookie. I'm getting hiccups right now. I believe these are the last questions. Do you like skating? Do I like skating? I don't know. Do I like skating? Should I like skating? I'm seeing if I missed anything else. Alright, no. Okay, let's see. Do you like skating? I don't know. I'm not a very good skater. I used to skateboard. I kind of did it, but I wasn't the best. I could do like one move. I could do like an ollie, and that's about it. And a half kickflip into my balls. And then, that's about it. I never really had good balance. I liked scooters. Not electric scooters, regular scooters. And I used to do tricks off those. I never really had good balance. I never liked skating. I hated inline skating. Definitely at school when we had like the skating thing for like a week. I hated doing it. I fucking hated doing it. How often do you watch wrestling? Almost every single day. I love wrestling. I have a huge passion for wrestling. I've only been a wrestling fan for more than a year plus. I do not know a lot about it. I definitely want to learn more. There's so much history. Definitely when it comes to Japan and British wrestling, and the territories that were in the U.S./Canada. And there's so much stuff, and it's just a wonderful art form that I loved. It's acting. It's a physical fucking sport, and I love it. I love wrestling. I honestly do. And what's the worst pain you've ever felt? I think I got one more. What sort of music do you like to listen to? Okay. What's the worst pain that I've ever felt? The worst pain that I've ever felt is probably the stomach anxiety pains that I get when I get very stressed and I can't eat anything. It's a very heavy burning feeling, and I have to curl up in a ball or lay down a specific way to make myself feel good. I have a lot of stress. I bog myself down with a lot of things, and definitely that's the most pain I've ever been. An internal pain that I can't heal with a massage or cold ice. What sort of music do you like to listen to? I listen to a whole bunch of music. I haven't been really listening to a lot lately because I've been catching up on podcasts. I caught up on like 185 episode podcast. The kind of music I like, I like the rock. I like anything that's pretty much on a Warped Tour roster, pretty much. They're kind of okay. I like some metal. I like some classic metal, I guess you would say, from the 80s. I like the glam rock, the glam metal, wherever it may be. I like the metalcore, the Day to Remember kind of things, Alisana. I like some hip-hop music. Some hip-hop songs are catchy, obviously. What's it called? It's not hip-hop. It's, I like some old gangster rap music. That's pretty good. What the fuck is it called? pop music. Some pop music is okay. Some of it's catchy. Some of it's disgusting and terrible. Um, I like instrumental music, very like string music, piano music, some acoustics, some bands I like. You know, I named a couple. Blink 182. Trying to think of any other ones. I can't really think of a lot in my head. You know, I enjoy Banana Pilot. I have Sleepless stuff. But I think that may be it, everyone. We're done with the questions. Thank you for asking the questions if you had. Hope you guys listened. I doubt you did. But until next time, everyone, thank you guys for listening if you did. Stay frosty.